they would let's face it, they were tanking. They were tanking to get these stars, and now this is the year it's finally coming together. And we made fun of them. We kind of doubted their ideals. We thought, okay, maybe in 5 years, maybe. And now it's really coming together. And just like they say, trust the process. I'm so in love with what they've done. I wish my Lakers would do often. It's just one of those things where I love the NBA playoffs this year. And I can't tell you the last time I said that, especially with teams like Golden State and Cleveland winning the last 3 years, making it to the finals. It's just not exciting to me. It was completely dominant, completely one-sided. You knew the playoffs didn't even matter. This is the first year in a long time that I'm just like, okay, like I'm excited. This is interesting. Anything could happen. It's not one team's like gonna win it all. Let's see, and maybe we'll get some fresh blood in there. It's been very exciting to see. I'm that the NBA is finally getting to the point where there's a little more parity. And for us to be able to see that is exciting for us and for the league.
Yeah, no, totally. I think it's absolutely crazy. And granted, they've had injuries and they've had a little bit of a malaise and stuff, but it's crazy to me that the Golden State Warriors did not win 60 games this year. They won 58, which, if you would have said that before the season, I mean, obviously 58 is still a really good number, but people would be shocked if you heard that. And
yeah, you take the over.
Yeah, you definitely take the over. I mean, they've won they won 73, they won 66 or 67 last year. I mean, this team seemed to be headed to another 62 plus win schedule, and now the only thing that did that this year was the Houston Rockets. So Houston definitely, that would be an awesome series, them versus Golden State, and the semis are going to be awesome too if Utah and Portland continue to play as well as they can. And Oklahoma City obviously has untapped potential with their big three. The Brow always has the ability to go for a 15 and 20 or a 50 and 20. So yeah, really, these playoffs are going to be awesome, and I just hope we get some awesome individual games and some awesome individual series, and all that comes with what is going to be the next a fun couple of months here in the NBA playoffs. Now, Bobby, you mentioned how you are a Lakers fan. Did you see your guy Andre Ingram, the 32-year-old rookie, last night
make his first appearance?
Yeah, 19 points in his NBA debut at age 32. That was pretty cool.
Hey, and more power to him, and that's really cool of of Magic Johnson and the Lakers to give the guy he's not a kid.
Yeah, he's
give
older
the guy.
Yeah.
He's 35 years old or whatever. Give him the opportunity to live his dream. And they brought his family in. They got him great tickets to the game. He got to do all this. That's so exciting. And for a guy who was the most 3-pointers made in G League history, this guy has been doing this for so long. He's dedicated his life to it. And he's just never gotten his opportunity. And then he goes and scores the fourth most points on someone's debut game out of anyone that's ever played on the Lakers.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's such a great story. And I would love to know more about it. I wish I did a documentary on it, because to see something like that, someone that has never given up on their dreams, that's really what it is all about.
Yeah, no, I agree. It was really awesome just seeing all those highlights. The guys, he's got a funky jumper. He kind of jumps forward. And he just got a kind of a strange release. I was like, wow, that's the guy who's made all those threes tonight. But hey, like you said, more power to him. To maybe a less happy story for your Lakers, Bobby. What's your opinion on the first year of the Lonzo Ball show in Los Angeles?
Let's see here. It's been mixed results. I'm not going to be completely down on Lonzo Ball. As much as I'm happy to see that LeVar didn't completely take over the team, we're not bars at this point, which I thought was going to possibly happen.
Yeah,
it has been a little. Injuries have bugged him, but also inconsistency. Really. For being the floor general, granted, it's his first year. It's so hard because there's two different ways to look at it. He's a rookie. How would you judge a normal rookie in this situation? He needs time to develop. And number 2 overall worthy in the draft, but he's still young and promising. He had flashes of brilliance out there this year, but for the most inconsistent. I want to see, with less injuries, what year 2 would lead into. That's what I'm excited to see. If they get a little more talent around him, let's say, albeit a LeBron James or whatever you have to do, maybe a LeBron James.
Yeah.
But,
LeBron. Yeah. Okay. LeBron. I've heard of him.
Yeah, LeBron's going to happen. So just to see that and to see him progress a little bit with a little more talent around him where he doesn't have that light on him, I think he could be really good. It's still early. I'm going to say that. It's still early.
Yeah, no, I agree. He only played in 52 games this year, so he missed 30. He scored 10 points, 7.2 assists, 6.9 rebounds. Only shot 36% from the field, which is obviously not great. Just over 30% from 3. And maybe the most damning, 45% from the free throw line. Not good, but he did average just over a steal and a half a game. I mean, yes, there are definite bright spots, and he had his games, but he also had his games where he looked like he shouldn't have been, the second pick of the second round or the last pick of the second round. So hopefully he can develop into something for you Lakers fans. If I'm a Lakers fan, which I cross my heart never will be in my entire life, I think the guy you really have something with is Josh Hart. I like Josh Hart a lot. And I think he was a guy, you got kind of as a steal, who was supposed to be a backup guard for you guys, and really ended up being a powerhouse. Isn't doing crazy things, but his last 3 games, 20 points, 7 rebounds, 25 points, 4 rebounds, 2 blocks, 2 steals, 20 points, 11 rebounds. This is a guy who's 6'5". He just attacks the boards. He's like all these other Villanova guards that have, now won 2 out of 3 national championships. The Villanova program has been spitting him out, and I think Josh Hart, is going to be a very useful player for the Lakers or whoever else, plies his trade for in the future.
Oh, and I know the fans can't see it right now, but I'm putting up to the screen that I have Josh Hart on my DraftKings.
Yes.
Kid's dominant. He's putting up 28 points on DraftKings right now, and for those of you that don't know, that's 3 rebounds, 3 points made, whatever, 14 points altogether.
Yeah.
Like I said, kid's been playing out of his mind. I completely agree with you. I love this kid. He's getting the minutes, with Lonzo out. Averaging 35 minutes or 33 minutes? I don't. Yeah, but he's out of his mind since Lonzo's been out, and I want to see him going forward. I agree with you. He was a steal.
Yeah, no, I think that's definitely a big bright spot for you guys, and I'm interested to see what happens. Obviously, with your guys' summer, with all the big names being linked to you guys, Paul George, maybe LeBron, maybe Boogie. We'll see what happens, but I think you guys have a lot of good pieces. I liked Brandon Ingram coming out, and I definitely, he had a really good year this year. A lot of people were kind of had their doubts about him, but I think he showed people that he has the ability this year. And yeah, I mean, it just the youth across the board for the Lakers. I think when you have, Lonzo, you obviously expected someone to kind of come out and be a Rookie of the Year candidate, and he hasn't been that. But when you look across the board for the Lakers, considering that he might just be like the 4th or 5th young guy piece that you have now that you're building around, with the others being, Josh Hart and Kyle Kuzma and Julius Randle and Brandon Ingram, I mean, that could be, definitely a starting 5 for you guys that is going to develop into a playoff team in a couple of years. So, if you look at the bright side of it, the Lakers probably outperformed what most people thought they were going to be this year record-wise. They're going to win, 35 or 36 games. And, build upon that with your young pieces, get a superstar or 2 in the offseason, and I think, you very well could be back in the playoffs next year. So,
completely agree. We'll see.
All right, Bob. We have about, 35 minutes to go on this maiden voyage of Clupping the Goods. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we got to talk some NFL, Bobby. We have a lot of stuff to catch up on for what has happened so far and what has been a kind of a crazy offseason. We'll talk about some of the draft guys we like. When's the draft, Bobby? 2 weeks, 3 weeks from tomorrow?
April 25th and 26th, I want to say.
Oh, okay, so 2 weeks from either tonight or tomorrow night.
26th, 27th,
yeah.
Something like that,
so,
28th.
Yeah, okay, so just 2 more weeks until the favorite time of Bobby's entire year. Actually, no, the favorite time of Bobby's entire year is the draft combine.
Draft combine. Yes. You know me. I'm a combine freak.
You are. You put up huge numbers. too.
It's always my birthday too. So
Yeah, that's
yeah.
true. Birthday present to yourself to just watch NFL Network all day long and watch guys run around in underwear and just show off their athletic supremacy.
When a guy doesn't do 25 bench presses at 225, I get in there, I get ready. I'm just like, I can do one.
Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, maybe even one. Yeah, two. Oh, two. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I shoot high this year. I'm going for 3.
Okay, all right. Well, maybe we'll tape that, your attempt, and then put it on the YouTube, the interwebs, and see if the Klepiaks and Goodsians, I think that's what I call them, will eat that up, which I'm sure they will.
We can call it Bench Bob Bench.
Bench Bob Bench. Bench Bob Bench. All right, when we come back, we'll talk about people benching stuff, maybe a couple more times than the 2 or 3 that Bobby's shooting for. Talk NFL, we'll talk the draft. This is Clupping the Goods. We'll be right back.
Let's go, LP. Huh? Champ. What we gonna do, Nick?
You're listening to Clupping the Goods
on Spreaker Radio.
I'm up at midnight, I'm dipping off in my knees like a gun on a metal piece. I've been this, I fist to my wrist side.
Hello, friends. It's your pal Alex Klupper here to talk about something we all love, but maybe take advantage of sometimes. Something that's always there for you on your bad days, ready to pick you up and turn that dadgum frown of yours upside down. That's right, you guessed it, I'm talking about tequila. Now maybe you haven't thought about that clear little devil liquid sitting up there in your cabinet lately, but don't you think maybe it's time you should? For those times you thought, I wonder what it'd feel like to pants that police officer over there. Or maybe you've always wanted to interrupt a quaint family game night at the old parents' house by stumbling into the room and challenging your father into a fist fight. Or maybe you simply want to spend the next 5 hours hugging your best friend's toilet, screaming why into its shiny porcelain whiteness, and contemplating why a benevolent God would curse the world with such a concoction. Whatever it is you feel like doing tonight, make sure you include a little bit, or a lot of it, of that sweet syrup caliente, tequila. Tequila for when gin just won't do it. Hi there, Alex Klupper from Clupping the Goods here. Seeing as how Bob and myself are just getting this whole thing started again, we thought we'd reach a hand out to you across the interwebs, unfurl that hand slowly yet assuredly and slowly caw into your ear. Got any change, bruh? Now see, Bobby and myself are both hardworking men, but this is still a hobby. And maybe one day we'd like it to be a little bit more? Well, that's where you come in, my friend. If you or your business is looking to get your name out there to the millions of Klepiaks and Goodsians out there, now is your chance. Shoot me an email at abklupper@gmail.com or reach out to me on Twitter and let's talk business. Cool? Cool. Now, back to Clupping the Goods on Spreaker Radio. All right, welcome back to Clupping the Goods. Alex Klupper, Bobby Goodsby here on this nice Wednesday the 11th, which means 2 days. Friday the 13th. And I know that isn't the Friday the 13th music. Is there a Friday the 13th music, Bobby? I don't know.
I believe so.
Yeah,
but
there's got to be something.
Off the top of my head, I cannot think of it.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of horror movies, the one I was talking about earlier, the guy I was thinking of is Ethan Hawke, and the movie I was thinking of is hold on. Not The Purge, no.
You lost it again, didn't you?
No, I didn't. Okay. Oh, Sinister. You see Sinister?
I'm...
What? You broke up there for a second. You did not see the Sinister?
I've never seen it. No, I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Spooky. Well, okay, watch that and then search Conor McGregor image, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It's spooky.
Okay.
Maybe do that on Friday the 13th, huh?
Oh, no, wait. Yes, I did see Sinister. Never mind.
Yeah. He's got a family. His little, spoiler alert, anyone who hasn't seen it, it's, 5 years old? The little boy, crawls in the box, and he, comes up, rah, when he's just, sleepwalking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
yes,
then,
I know what you're talking about now.
And then he ends up, is it he or the spoiler alert again. Super spoiler alert. Is it he or the daughter who goes crazy?